The Bangladeshi High Commissioner to the United Kingdom is Mohammed Mijarul Kayes and told CNN's Jim Bolden, in the midst of this tragedy, the country could come out of the disaster with better building and employment practices.
It's very sad, but the day before this incident happened, the inspector had inspected and declared this building to be unfit.
Unfit, you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's sad that despite that, the workers were there. And what the government is serious about is to see that the building codes are enforced, that the inspections are properly done, and wherever there is a departure from the codes, that action is taken.
But we heard this after the fire in November, and yet we still have the building collapse. So how can you say that it's more than just words? I mean, what can you tell me that makes me believe that these inspections are going to take place, and if a building's unsafe, it's going to remain shut, because that building was declared unsafe, and yet the workers still went in?
I think that's a very, very valid question to ask, and I will give you an example. The day before, of course, this was inspected and declared unfit, but the day after, in Rajshahi, in a shopping mall, people discovered cracks in a pillar in the ground and first floor. Immediately, the building was evacuated and the mall shut down. And therefore, I can only flag that the awareness and the capacity to respond real time is improving. I mean, I must confess, I mean, we're not all there, and obviously, with the population the size of Bangladesh, with the number of factors that we have, it will for a while be a journey rather than a destination that we can say today. You would say that there's a great obligation on the part of the government to ensure that proper inspections are done. I acknowledge that. The need for the inspections to be flawless and to enforce that. And the government is very, very mindful about it. And I would say that this, tragic and sad as it is, it has been a great wake-up call.
Now, NGOs have said that these women, as you talked about, who work in the industry, need a living wage. They need a higher minimum wage.
When importers from abroad go to Bangladesh, look up, give their wish list, and they talk about cutting cents, and they go for the lowest price that is possible. Now, when you have to have the lowest price, it can only mean that down the line there would be a smaller share for everybody in the chain. And therefore, I would be very happy if Oxfam and others could also talk to our buyers. Hopefully, we would all recognize our responsibilities in this. I do not for 1 minute say that the Bangladesh government does not have this obligation to strengthen its inspection and adherence to the code, but beyond that also there's a bigger spectrum, and I think in looking at the garment industry, which I would like to separate from the building code thing, we need to look at how there can be improvement in their terms of employment, in their safety and security, in how buyers negotiate prices, in how the prices then translate in terms of what the consumer gets. This is possible. This is possible. It doesn't need a high-fangled economist to work it out.